Don't want that to fall over. Good morning, Earthlings. What's for breaking your fast? I like water. Yep, water and a little lemon juice. First water, though, then a little twist of lemon. And, you take it from there, some live food, right? My friend likes to eat Alpen. I'm not an Alpen fan, but it's pretty healthy. Oh, is there anybody out there? Maybe I didn't do it right. Hello, greetings. So I did hit public on it. Sometimes I just go and I forget to say listed or public or whatever. So much to remember with YouTube. Bye. It was nice seeing you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Cheers. How's your coffee? Oh my. Dave Knight. #1. Did you see that potato I harvested, Dave Knight? It's as big as my head. It even grew bigger than my head. Yesterday, I picked a lot of figs, a lot of goji berries. Oh my God, I ate handfuls of goji berries. Oh, good morning, Brad. If that is Brad. Yeah, Mr. Potato Head. Watch that, I got a potato gun. Whoops, missing there, sorry. Yeah. But yesterday I just gorged on foraging. Then I watched this little baby. I didn't have my camera. Had a little baby deer that was eating the Hubbard squash, the young ones. It ate a whole, and I'm like, geez, that thing's a third the size of you. And it sat there and ate the whole thing. Hi, So Blessed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And good to see you, So Blessed. And Early Bird Special is here. Let's go see if that's actually Brad, because lots of shenanigans happened on that channel. There it is, too. Look at that. Welcome, 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 Brad. So Blessed. Let's see if that's So Blessed. And go to channel. And it is. Welcome, 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 So Blessed. I've been to your channel. You got some nice video content. Yep. Yep. There you go. Cheers. How do you break your fast? Oh, you're welcome. I break my fast when I wake up by cleansing with water first, then lemon water, and then I'll drink water again after that. Bill. There you go, William. Bill's fun. Sometimes he doesn't come around for a long time. Let's go see, make sure it is Bill. Could be an imposter. Is it an imposter? Let's see. And no, that's Bill, all right. Hey, Lewis, how's it going, buddy? Good to see you, Lewis. I haven't seen Gil around for a long time. Anybody know what happened? Is he okay? He never goes live, or maybe he did that pricing pawn tarp. Pricing pawn tarp. Really, hey? That's very cool. Andrew's Northwest Coins. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And there you go. Thanks for coming to the channel again. If you don't know Andrew's Northwest Coins, go over and check him out. He lives up in Alaska and he likes to eat food from the land, which I just admire and adore because that's the way I like real food. And this guy, Andrew's Northwest Coins, has real food. Yeah. Hey, Howie, if you like dropping the link, I'll let you know what's going on with Gil. Hey, Howie, if you feel like dropping the link, I'll let you know what's going on with Gil. Hey, drop the link. I mean, you're trusted, Lewis. Yeah. If you feel like dropping the link. I'm not on StreamYard, and I'm not very techy, Lewis, but I've watched Gil for years. Pilgrim, good morning, Pilgrim. I've watched Gil for years, and I think I've watched everything he's ever done, except those basalt council meetings. I don't really, I don't hang around for them. But I've enjoyed Gil for many, many years and his content, and it never comes up in my feed. So yeah. Thank you for. Oh, you're most welcome, Andrews Northwest Coins. You're most welcome. But yeah, Gil, I miss the guy. Okay, something about YouTube screwing around with his watch time numbers and stuff like that, and he stopped doing videos until replaced his views and stuff like. Oh, so he's in a beef with the big boys, eh? You know what? I pay no attention to what YouTube does. I don't go. I go to YouTube to learn about plants, foraging, or watching Andrew's Northwest Coins because he goes out and he'll eat seal meat or caribou or something like that, and that's what I like. I like wild plants. I like foraging. I like seeing new places. I love fishing. I mean, and hunting. And not really so much hunting, but if it's a subsistence hunting where you're actually going and using the whole animal like Andrew's Northwest Coins does, then I'll drop by. But if you're just kind of some kind of sport hunter, I have no time for you. You better be out there for getting your bacon and beans, and I'll come by and watch it because then after I have my lemon water and water again, I like to eat whole natural foods. I don't want anything out of a can. I don't want anything freeze dried. I want the real deal. I want fresh live food, and that means everything. And I'm sorry, Gil. There, I don't know what's going on there. Ripping them off for watch time. They ripped me off for 10,000 subscribers over the years. I'm more, maybe even as high as 20 or 30,000 people. They control. The AI controls what you do and how you do it. I've never paid any attention to it. I just go and I have a good time and watch the different villages on YouTube. I have no time for AI bullshit. I don't. I simply don't. I don't have time for it. It's kind of like being redirected and directed. I don't get in lineups. I like to go and watch a channel, and if it's got something on plants or making soil or fishing or something like that, I'll hang out. Like Lewis does his own canning and cooking, and he grows food. I'll go watch Lewis's. I mean, I don't go a lot, but you should. EPDM is rubber and it's costly. RPE reinforced polyethylene is 30% cheaper. So my 20 by 40 rain pond is roughly going to be $250-ish. My lifetime watch time over 4K and my watch time at 14 hours only lose a lot of hours. Well, Bill, in permaculture, they don't use liners. They use clay. They dig a hole and they use like a cob, and then they light a fire in it, and then that hardens, and then they put clay onto that again, and then they put some ducks in there and they fill it with water. For real. and you can make a pond pretty quick. It'll always leach some, but that's what you want. You want it leaching out. When it's stagnant, you have to clean it. You have to, there's all kind of stuff you do, right? If you want fish, I'm saying, right? But I had a relative make a giant rainbow trout pond. Hey, and that's how he did it. I was impressed, man. I was just like, and then you just put a sprinkler on it. I'm like, wow, dude. And I threw my line out and I caught some, like 2-3 pound rainbows. I'm like, geez, man, you got it going on here. I'm looking up Benton and Clay to cover that square footage is going to run. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, good luck. I'm hitting the road, but still listening. Have a good day. Oh, hey, Pilgrim, thanks for dropping by. Eh? And yeah, the topic today is I'm trying to stay on topic, which is very difficult. is to how I break my fast. So after my water, as soon as I get up in the morning, I hit that water fountain and I drink. You're welcome, Pilgrim, and you have a good day and stay safe out there. And thank you all for that thumbs up. I really appreciate that. But the topic, man, it's hard to stay on topic because you get rambling or ranting. Going to make appointment for supplemental oxygen pulmonary fibrosis getting to me daily, coughing and shortness of breath and tired, can't do anything. You need to oxygenate, hey? Wow. Yeah, I have problems with respiratory too. I have sleep apnea and I have not enough oxygen. So what I do is when I wake up in the morning, before my break my fast, I breathe in and then I hold my breath for a little bit, and then the body's able to take in more oxygen. Hey, so then I let it out, and until I figured that out, I was waking up all groggy, right? And I'm still half groggy anyway, but supplemental oxygen is nice. Oxygen concentrator, you can rent them or buy them. They're expensive. And it takes the nitrogen, Andrew, out of the air that you breathe. So you're actually getting more oxygen. And you'll find that the oxygen concentrator is better than like an oxygen in a tank, unless the nitrogen's been taken out. Yeah, if I had the manpower, about 20 people, all with a 5-gallon pail, we could all shovel my clay soil, mix water, and separate out the silt and clay, and then just dump the sand out. Why separate it? Why not just leave it in? My lungs scarring or crystallizing. Well, that's not good. And gee, my gosh. You must have tearing or emphysema or something. You got to go see the doc, man. But yeah, that's. Do you smoke cigarettes, Andrew? Perhaps if you have poor air quality, that's a problem too, right? So air flowing in, fresh air, or an air cleaner, like a Dyson air cleaner that cleans the air, and you put it right there, eh? Something like that. But supplemental oxygen is good, and an oxygen concentrator is good. I love those. Or a CPAP machine to keep you, like my jaw falls out, right? I have hypoxia, which means I have extremely low oxygen. So, like, I'm constantly circular breathing because I did a lot of martial arts and I played an orchestra flute for many years. So it was easy for me to take back to learning my breathing. Hey, my lungs. Yeah. Wow, dude. Yeah. Don't smoke cigarettes, whatever you do, and make sure you've got clean airflow. Yep. Yeah, well, you know what? Like clay needs to be hardened so that it stops the leaching, Bill. So my advice to you, Bill, is you're spending money. Okay, that's cool. Bad air quality in Ontario from wildfire smoke. Yeah, that's not good. Wear a bandana and a mask, and yeah, filter the air. Is use clay. Like first of all, dig a small hole. Okay, dude, and put the clay in there, and then light a fire in there, and keep it burning really good, and then put it out, and then like make it pretty thick too, right? And then fill it with water afterwards. But the duck poop, that's why I said put ducks in. That actually seals that'll be cracking. Hey, Crooked Peach, welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see Crooked Peach. Whoa, what's going on here? There we go. Good to see you, Crooked Peach. Bing bada boomba. Pilgrim's here, but he's just listening. He's probably traveling to work or something like that. Oh, let's put that over there like that. Yeah, but yeah, make a small scale, like of a pond for like when you're growing water lilies, you need a substrate of mucky clay and then gravel, and then you can put in like lilies, pond lilies and stuff, right? So like practice in a large bowl, making like you know like a swimming pool. Use them and practice what you're. I don't know what you're growing, Bill. Could be any bloody thing. I'm sorry to hear that, Andrew. Yeah, pulmonary fibrosis, freaking docs gave me 3 to 5 years. If I'm lucky, my lungs 30%. Rough, dude. I'd eat fresh food all the time, dude. Like, I'd eat fresh food. When I eat fresh food, I mean I eat like kiwi that has a proteolytic enzyme in it to break down dead tissue and tumors and shit like that. And I went to see a doctor about it, and I always go see your doctor, and then always talk to your doctor. Hey, and if you don't have one of them, try to find an orthomolecular practitioner or somebody like in the healthcare field, and see about fresh foods. And in fresh foods, there are enzymes because you have over 300 complex molecule building in your body going on all the time, and the healing up it takes years to heal up, Andrew. It takes years, up to 7-8 years. And always go and see, if you're not happy with what the doctor is saying to you, go see another doctor. Go see another doctor until go see a naturopathic doctor. That's what I do. If I see nonsense and they're just like this one doctor I went to see, he's like, "Oh, I rather don't like that." He doesn't say bloody thing else. I'm like, I said at first I was a little stunned, and I said, "Well, what are you going to do?" He's like, "Oh, I just don't like it," he said. You know what I said to him? I said, "Thanks for the neuro-linguistic programming, but you're full of bullshit." And I exited that place. I just got tired. I became my own. Yeah, you are your own best physician. It says so in many religious texts. Pulmonary fibrosis has no cure, only treatment to prolong or slow down the scarring. This is true. Yes, this is true. So yeah, you don't want. Yeah, it's difficult to talk about this on YouTube because you can, they got problems with their, AI. Somebody's got to do it. Yep. Hey, Mother Earth Garden Club, welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah. The more you learn about it, there's things that you'll learn that you can do that helps it, right? Slowing it down and that. But hey, fresh food, everyone. Eat your fresh food. Eat a fresh carrot. Eat a fresh apple. Hey, eat some lettuce. Eat your moose meat. Eat your beef. Really eat proteins, hey? When I break my fast, you are up early, Howie. Yes, yes, Sandy, I certainly am. I've got a long day ahead of me. Oof, long day, and I'm not looking forward to most of it. Oh, yesterday I got 2 giant blueberry bushes given to me by the secret garden lady. I was shocked. I'm like, are you sure? She gave me like a peach tree, and these are in like 30-gallon buckets and stuff, and they're like massive and they're growing, right? And I'm like, okay. She goes, you got to find a place for it. I'm like, yeah, okay. Dave Knight, it took me 37 years. It took what? 37 years. I'm just going to switch property with Dave Knight and farm his land next year, and he can figure out my mess here to grow. Dave, good luck. Good idea. Missed something there. But yeah, if you follow Dave Knight, you'll definitely succeed. I mean, Dave grows food pretty much all year round. He's got a nice bunch of things going on, like his greenhouse or his hothouse, and he's pretty savvy, Dave. I mean, he does layering of leaves, and he's smart. He makes his compost, man, and then he's like doing the layers of green, brown, and he's smart. He's a smart guy, and he grows food. So you can't go wrong if you emanate Dave Knight there, Bill. It's hard to talk about real health because there's so much BS out there in the program. Yep. You're up. It took me 30. Yep. Okay. Oh, I can't wait 37 years to pawn. You'll be my grave. Yeah. Well, let's go live with Dave Knight. Yes. My son, Andrew Jr., went cultural camp, came home with fresh moose and caribou meat, tender, soft meat. Oh, nice. Nice. That's like the healthiest food on the planet. Did you know when people today like that have been exposed to plastics, like because their meat comes wrapped in plastic? Did you know there's so much plastic in their brain it's the size of a utensil, like a eating utensil, like a fork, spoon, or knife? There's that much plastic, right? So when you tell me that he went out there and he ate meat, wow, like caribou meat, wow, yeah, the moose meat. Or buffalo, or you know what? Free range beef that actually went out and ate grass fed, like in the field, right? Like that is pure food. Hey, Minty Cactus, welcome. Happy Monday to you. Well, thank you kindly. Get ready, Dave. Family's coming to stay with you. Yeah, we're all moving to Dave's place. Dave lives in a cooler zone with dark, rich soil. This man cheats at growing. No, he doesn't. You're trying to cheat, Bill. So blessed. Welcome. Nice to have friends like that. Yeah. Good to see you, so blessed. Yep. So yeah. Oh boy. Long day today. I have tons to do. I'm setting up a mouse traps because all the food forest here is coming in, but I don't want to hurt the little squirrels. I like that they take food and help themselves, but not too much. They are knocking off some apples, but I got a couple of mice that are burrowing underneath my balcony, and they have a little den. And I'm like, I wonder if it's rabbits or not. It's not. I seen him. He's a Norwegian roof rat. And he's deading up. And I went, nope. So today I'm liming down there too, in case there's like any ratty smells underneath the balcony. Yep. Yeah. Oh my God. Yes. Real happy pasture cow, not the feedlot misery meat. Yeah. It hurts my teeth. It's full of oxalates and I can't, uric acid or whatever, it hurts my teeth to eat the crap from the beef lot. Can't do it. Can't do it. I go out of my way and I make sure I had to get rid of like several places where I was going to get meat from. I caught two people, 2 different establishments inking their meat with red dye. because when I bought the hamburger and it was supposed to be this beautiful hamburger and you're paying all this extra money and it's pastured and stuff like that. And sure, it's red on the outside and then it's brown on the inside. I'm like, okay, you're inking the meat, pal. And I've seen that with fish before too. They inked it red when it wasn't that red. And I was like, I'm not eating that. That's not real food. I only want real food. Dr. Paula Ruffin said a couple years ago, and it stuck with me. And I heard other people say it, but for some reason it stuck with me. She said, the best medicine is on the end of your fork. Huh? And that's whole food, man. You're not meant to eat a bunch of garbage. You can't pronounce those words that I see on there. Put it back down and stay out of the center of the grocery aisle. Stay over in the veggie and meat section, and you might do okay. Yeah, Minty, yay, Minty's here. I get to try free range chicken, but sometimes the labels aren't truthful. Exactly. So you keep going until you can taste the real chicken flavor. And anybody can say, oh, these are organic carrots, and they put them up there. And you know what? You're right, Sandy. I watched this guy. He was taking the organic label and he was taking the celery out of the box, putting it on his cart, and he's wrapping it and says organic. And I went, oh, I said, what's the organic certification number? He's like, oh, there's nothing like that. And I'm like, yeah. And I said, who got you to do this? Oh, manager. Oh, and you're okay with it? He's like, why not? Manager said so. I'm like, I don't think so, man. I said, it has a cert number, okay? You can check it out. You don't have one. You're just wrapping it in yellow tape that says organically grown. Looking at the box that it came out of. Yeah, so Frenchie Sandy, you're right. Minty saying hello to Peach. The mint no keeping them away anymore. 4:25 going to get some rest. See you, Andrew. Take care, man. Sleep well. And hold it. Thanks for the thumbs up. Good seeing you again. Rest well, Andrew. Yep. Pink slime. See, that's some bullshit fake color in the food. So over it. Yeah. Once I catch you screwing around with the food, I'm out of there. Recently, I bought 2 ribeyes. Okay. And I had a real good friend, one of my best friends, and I cooked my best friend this ribeye. She's like, wow, ribeye. We couldn't even eat it. And I paid $32 for 2 ribeyes. I mean, that's $16 a pop. And it was a downed cow or something. So you know what I did? I said to the guy, I said, you used to sell there was free range Australian beef used to come there, and they got everybody hooked on it. But then they switched to this down cow beef lot crap, and I could tell right away. And I'm like, you won't be getting any more of my money. He's like, what are you talking about? And I said, well, your beef sucks, and it used to be really good. And I asked about the Australian beef. He goes, well, it's on its way. And I said, well, where is it? He goes, oh, it's in the ocean. And I'm like, you're a freaking idiot. You know that? You know, I shouldn't even call him that. I'm not a name calling type guy. But it's in the ocean. In other words, it's on a ship somewhere. Like, I'm out of here. So actually, about half a dozen different places that butchering meat I've skipped in the past 12 months. I'm just not putting up with the shit anymore. And I just moved on to other things until I found meat that doesn't hurt my teeth, that's nice and tender. It was a happy cow. It lived a full life. I mean, it's all great and all that you fatten them up with palm oil and all this crap, but that's not for me. Okay, I'm going to spend my money and I'm going to rest every night knowing I spent my money the best I could and got the best foods that I could possibly get. And you know what? This is a fast food world. everything has to be fast, fast, fast. Well, tell you what, slow the hell down and stay healthy, okay? So breaking your fast is the so important, so important that you're actually putting nutritious and chew your food. Chew your food, chew it 50 times. It's called mastication. You want those digestive enzymes in your saliva to be right in there. So then when it goes inside your biome's accepting that this has been digested. You ever see like a giraffe? They're chewing their food. They're masticating. The giraffe knows to do it. You ever see a goat or a cow? They don't go. No, 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 no. I had a friend come and tell me, "Oh, my kid pooped out some berry that was whole and stuff," and I'm like, "Oh, okay. So get your kid to chew the food, man." Right? The person, this friend of mine, it was a long time ago, and they were all freaked out that their kid was pooping out the food they were just eating. Well, they weren't eating it; they were just swallowing it. Hey, Arturo Martinez, welcome, welcome, welcome. Let's see. I think I've seen you before. And boom, yes. Oh, I love the puppy dog. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good to see you. Crooked Peach says, this is a world of, hey, Adrian, welcome, welcome, welcome. There you go. Boom and boom. And this is a world of convenience. Give me the difficult stuff. I want to take charge of my own health. Exactly. And look at it as learning experience. And then the regiment of looking after yourself is something that you, it's a learned trait. Hey. And Adrian's here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm on Clear Liquids today. I have oh, wow. Yep. Good to see you. Yeah, I've got to go for a moment, so please forgive me. Well, hello, I'm back. Ba-boomba. People saying, hello, I come from Minty Cactus Channel. Oh, cool. I've been over there lots. A great channel, great lady. She likes doing many things. I can line 2 rows up per terrace on these 10-foot wide tracks. If I plant heavy, I can get roots in to start the soil conditioning. I got roughly 3 months of growing till it gets too cold to do anything. Well, soil's made in layers, hey, Bill? 1 inch every 10 years in a forest is made soil. What happens is a bird, he leaves a little nutrient package, and then twigs fall off, leaves. Then the bird shell from the nest got knocked over by an owl or whatever, and that's on the forest floor. And then the owl bumped into a tree branch, broke his neck, and then he became part of the soil. And leaves fell on him next year. So it keeps building up, building up. So 1 inch every 10 years. So what you do is you make layers. So 3 to 5 inch layers, Bill. And if you go to my channel, you'll see an actual pamphlet with a cross-sectional diagram, and that'll show you how to make soil really rapidly. So when you make soil, it's called a green, brown, green, brown, green, brown. And what happens is you get this beautiful, rich soil. And I use coffee grounds, leaves, lawn clippings, chop and drop, wood chips, uh, dead bird on the road. My goldfish died, seaweed, kelp, peanut shells, kitchen waste. And I layer that 3 to 5 inches thick. And then at the very end, I'll lime the crap out of that, Bill. And then, oh, I might put some crap in there too. And then biochar. I make biochar. I put it in a big metal wheelbarrow and I crush it up a bit. And then I'll load the wood ash in there and give it some water. So the wood ash goes into all the little holes, Bill, and pee on it too. And you're loading the wood ash, and then I put that on. And then I leave it. And sometimes I leave it for 15 years. Sometimes I leave it for 3 or 4 weeks and then plant it. Sometimes I even plant it right away, depending on what I'm planting, and you'll figure it out. But making soil is the best legacy any earthling can do for this planet. Okay. And if you need more of a tutorial, let me know there, and I'll try to keep my cap straight. I love messing with Bill. He's fun. It's raining today. I hope that clears the smoke out of the air outside. Well, it might. It'll definitely grab some of the particulates. You're going to figure this out, Wickshire. Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, he's a fairly smart guy, but yeah, I don't know. He's going to have to try really hard, and I'm going to have to watch his soil making videos, and yeah, I don't know. I speed up the soil making process by composting leaves and chipping wood. I make an inch a year. Now there's a guy, okay, that knows what he's doing. He's making an inch a year. In nature makes an inch every 10 years. Okay. I make 12 inches of soil here in a year, easy. Maybe even 24, 25 inches of soil, like my Pathway Soil Bank building. Punch in hashtag Pathway Soil Bank, all one word, all lowercase letters. But if you just visit my channel on YouTube, I'm leaving that pamphlet there. I talk about it, and this is how soil is made. And it's the Mayan technique. You're actually using your kitchen waste. And there's some rules, man. Right? There's rules to using kitchen waste, and there's rules to everything. And to figure it out is you're copying nature. And what happens is because I've made all this soil, and Dave Knight, he's perfect with it. He gets all the leaves in the neighborhood, right? And he just pounds it on there, man. And that's what you want. That's what you want. Leaves are homes for microbes like mold, right? That's what you want. Like when you see people like in India, they complain, they're like, oh, I don't want my plant to get fungus. Well, it's such a tropical place that to understand that there's like in a handful of soil, there's 5 billion microbes. You must understand that not all those microbes are healthy for that plant, but indigenous microorganisms that are local are. So when you're making soil, like they make the best soil in India. They use elephant poop, cow dung. I watched videos this morning that just blew my mind. I just went, yep, that's exactly how it's done. We let the land recover. Yeah, well, okay, let's see what Bill's doing. We let the land recover over 3 years, got about a half inch of good soil. We scraped that off to use for later. Finger quote farm. If we get let anything grow back, it's all briar. Yeah. Well, you should come over and spend some time at my place. That's all I can do. I can't. I mean, is there a freaking on and off switch there somewhere? Howie, I got my leaf mold pile and composter chugging away cold style. I got 50 ponds a year, enough to patch around. Yeah. You're doing good, Bill. Keep it up. A local mushroom farm will bring me tandem load of old composter freeze. Sweet. Got to watch that though. It's a lot of copper sulfate in it, which has killed off some things and other herbicides, pesticides. You got to really watch the mushroom compost, unless it's an organic mushroom farm, and then But letting it sit on the ground for a year, that's what I would do with mushroom compost. I definitely would, because I mean, some of the things they use is. Jealous, Dave. I feel like drifting apart, brother. Yes, wild edibles. It's hard after sharing to find chat again. It's the down arrow in the more space besides the title. Yep. Go by and check out Dave Knight. I mean, he makes soil making. He's got a John Deere, and he'll lift up his soil and move it around. And I'm like, okay, you're giving it some oxygen, and and he grows food. He has more tomatoes and spuds and peanuts than he can shake stick at, and lots of greens and lettuce, and he's got it going on, and it looks pretty healthy stuff that he's doing. Okay, I'm done. Jealous, Dave. I feel us drifting apart. Okay, Bill, you're a strange guy, but you're loved. And Crooked Peach is saying hi to Wild Edibles. Yeah, so breaking your fast. I got to try to stay on topic, man. This is the most difficult thing that I can do, because I can drift away. Today I have to make flower arrangements for people showing up here, just to give them so I'm making these giant ones. Right. But I don't like to take out too many of my flowers, because I watch the hummingbirds feed on nectar, and I grow flowers for them, like especially red ones like amaryllis and gladiolas and stuff like that, big bright ones. We're all strange. There are strange, and then there's really strange. I could use 6 full truckloads of wood chips. I'm on chip drop. It's been 3 years. Well, the thing is, you got to hunt them down, maybe even buy a chipper, but you got to be careful with wood chips. You have to know what you're doing. Like, don't take any Portuguese laurel or any laurel or something like that, or walnut. You don't take walnut chips, And then if you are taking conifers, chips like needle leaf trees, you have to let that rest for a couple years and lime it and add some wood ash. You don't throw it into the garden or up against the tree. You're going to burn the crap out of it. I'm playing with rocks. Okay. So yeah, get your truckloads of wood chips. And if you've got bramples or whatever it is that you've got that you don't want, and morning glory, then throw all the toxic ones there, like black walnut, right? Hey, Rebel Canners. Travis said, I'm just listening. Well, Rebel Canners, good to see my friend Tammy. No black walnut. Hang on. Or Eastern red cedar. Exactly. Yep. Walnuts contain juglone. Yep. Hey, GP. How's it going, buddy? Yeah. So, if you're going to use something that's toxic, put it where it's it's on Japanese knotweed or bindweed or morning glory or bramples that are growing. It'll definitely kill it. It definitely will. I mean, right. I find 20% acidic acid will kill most things. Right. And it's not too bad for the land. Like, if you got something that's just nasty and you don't want it, I like cardboard and leaf mulch. And good to see you, GP. He went by already. Oh, no, there he is. Rebel Canners, Guardian Prepping. Hey, there's some pretty cool channels here. It's pine, oak, shagbark, poplar, and some walnut here. Well, the poplar is probably the best. And oak's not bad either. People think oak's bad. No. And walnut, definitely not good. And it needs to be put at a part of the property you're not growing something. and something that you don't want there. And then 2 or 3 years, that'll be even longer. Then you might be able to grow there. But that stuff stays in the soil. I know black cap raspberries grow under walnut or in walnut, but there's like a couple of other ones, but very little food will ever grow under a walnut tree, man. And good to see you, Guardian Prepping. Good to see you, Crooked Peach. Yep. And the pine, well, you know what? You got to let that sit for a little bit. It's hot, right? And it stays hot for a long time, pine. Yeah, especially if it's been chipped. It can get really hot, start steaming, and catch on fire. Same with cedar, too. I can catch on fire, too. You got to keep that soaked. If you're going to work with making soil, there's a few tricks to things. And if you go to my channel, and you'll see this pamphlet, and it talks about layering everything. And when you layer everything like that, you're pretty good, right? But if you're keeping it in a pile, like a wood chip pile, you must soak that down. They do combust, okay? And breaking the fast. Yes, with water and lemon water and then water again, because if you just use lemon water, you're going to crack your teeth. And then eat something real, right? Eat real whole food. GP fist bump. Don't fist bump me back too hard. I'm fragile. He's a pretty tough guy there, GP, man. That guy walks around on his hands and stuff. I used to do that when I was younger. And not so much anymore. Kind of getting older now. But GP, he keeps up, man. He did a food force in the middle of the city. So I'm very proud to know that he did that. Very cool. Making soil. You don't break that. You always do that. And there's no break in that. Yeah, pine brown falling down, a thin layer on top is okay. Yeah. When it's brown and it's falling down, that's okay. It's not, it's not going to heat up. It's called the duff on the forest floor. And it can be fairly thick every year, but that decomposes down to okay, right about there, like that, right? But a nice wind can knock off and clean the trees pretty good. I'm excited to show my first harvest, Harry. Oh, smart. I've been harvesting like a madman. And I've been giving it away because I'm not dealing with it. Anybody that tries to get by on my street, hey, you want a squash? And they're like, what? Who are you? And I'm like, oh, nobody. I'm just your fellow earthling. Would you like one of these? And they're like, yeah, okay. The one guy, this French guy, he goes, are these yours? I said, well, I just clipped them right there. I said, yeah, they're mine. Now it's yours. Oh, he says, oh, yes, I do stir fry. And he makes noodles and all this stuff. He's all freaking happy that he's got this, right? I'm like, oh, yeah. After you eat that one, you come back and get another one and you tell your friends. I said, he lives in that complex down the road, this nice posh building. Yeah. I love maple and birch. Yep, they make good soil. And cool that you're excited about your first harvest. That's awesome. I'd definitely be over to have a look. The Wickershire Project upgrade. You're such a legend. Haha. Yeah, Bill. Yeah, pond liner, Bill. Where's the clay? Pine or spruce shavings mixed with rabbit poop. Their bedding can be used because the body's primed to decomposition. Yep. And Adrian saying hello to Wild Edibles. I took a few bags of leaves. It's mostly brown white pine needles. I put a thin layer and saved a few bags till spring. Smart. A pine can be used like that, and it's still acidic. But you know what? Blueberries, tomatoes, raspberries, they love that. Hey, not too acidic, but a little bit. Yesterday, the secret garden lady, she gave me 2 huge blueberry bushes in potters. She's given me a peach tree in potter. Like we're talking 35, 40 gallon potters. And I'm like, whoa. And cherry trees, big cherry tree. And she gave me lilac trees, like 7-footers and stuff. And she's like, I'm moving and I can't take it with me. I'm like, dang. I'm gonna miss her. You know, she's my good friend. I took a few bags of leaves. It was mostly brown white. Yep. In the spring, they still heated up, so I put a 1/2-foot layer in gardens I was not growing in right now. Yeah, yeah. You can make smaller layers and then just soak it and lime it. And I find liming cools things down with the water. Yeah. What sucks here is no one has a wood chipper. We all drop trees. It goes right into the firewood. What's wrong with that, Bill? And sit there with your hatchet, chopping up the little branches or your pruners. You know, get yourself a little wood chipper. You can rent them for the day. Personally, I'd be like getting like a 6-pack of beer and dropping it off to the arborist, and with a $20 bill or a $50 bill, or with a homemade apple pie. You know what I used to do? I used to give them all apple pie. Now I did that for years, and now it's the pie guy gets the wood chips. The pie guy, go see the pie guy. They all talk like that. The pie guy, they know who the pie guy is. They know where the pie guy lives. They know who I am, and they drop it right in the driveway. And there's 2 orange cones. They all know I've programmed them and trained them like mice, Bill. You can train humans like mice. Mice might be smarter. So anyway, you can hear that wood chipper going, okay? But they need incentive. They might need a couple 20s for gas, okay? You're smarter than a wood chipper, Bill. I absolutely love my coral tree and my food forest. Many benefits. Oh, we have those here, though. Aren't they just beautiful? It's just like being underwater. I love it. Held back the weeds. I added quail poop in there and it will be good. So, oh yeah, layer it up. I was surprised by the heat in the bag. I knew I had to break that all up before it tried to combust. Yeah, you got to be careful when you get wood chips. You have to keep it wet, especially when it first shows up for the first couple 3 weeks. You can't just leave it there. It will combust. I've seen it. So, and if you're outside of a district and you got to pay when the fire department shows up, that's a $2,000 bill. Boom, just for them coming on. Oh, your wood chip's on fire, right? Good note. I'll do a soil acidity myths video soon. Keyword carbonic acid. Well, keyword here is nature. You emanate nature and you're going to make out real good. And Guardian Prep and absolutely love my coral tree. Oh, that's cool. There's several that grow here where I live. And I actually stopped looking at how smooth the bark is, bright red, and it just looks like coral. I'm like, wow. And then there was several different kinds. So, but we're coming up on the hour, and today's topic was breaking your fast. So, to get your cleanse on, drink your drink your water as soon as you get up, and drink a couple of glasses, for real. The power company, according to Dave Knight, was clearing branches a couple of years ago. They dropped a pile of wood chips at the back of the property. It's nice. And I've seen that often. And that power company, they got friends. Okay. And they all know each other. And you start dropping 6-packs and $20 bills. You'll have more bark mulch. Like I've got 400 to 450 yards of rich black humus here, and I contributed to the lawn guys. And you got to do a little investigating too. Like if someone's using herbicides and pesticides and everything else like golf course do, you don't want them lawn clippings. gardens or that chop and drop. You don't want that. It's like kitchen waste from people. Are they spraying Pledge and are they nauseous chemicals cleaning their house and then they're putting it into the compost bin? And there's people that just don't have a whole lot upstairs. So you got to monitor and vet them. And this one guy, he was from Asia and he threw everything in the green garbage bin. And I'm like, do you do that over in Asia? He's like, yeah. I'm like, and what happens? He goes, well, it makes soil. I'm like, okay, is there anybody sick around there? And he's looking at me, and all of a sudden it clued in that there is sick people in that village or in that area that's using that. You have to be vetting and training your neighborhood to bring you kitchen waste, bring you lawn clippings. But you know what? They better not be putting feed and weed on that lawn, because then you're just putting it into your food supply. And you have to vet them, train them, and they're like mice. I use a barrel type compost container that my city sold. When garden plants get old, in they go. Oh, cool. Pine needles brown after the winter. Yep. Wood ashes, alkaline, use sparingly. You'd wreck a potato bed with that stuff. Well, depends on how much you use and when you use it. You don't use it like, when they're growing, right? And that's what got hot. Yeah. Biochar is also an alkaline buffer. Yeah, it's a microbe home. And it's also a nutrient delivery as well. I live in Blueberry Bogs. Do you have any questions, Worcestershire? He's probably got a million questions, that guy. Ask him if he's got his freaking notebook and he's writing it down. I love Bugging Bill. This could be an interesting topic. Yep. I like my water hot with coffee beans in the morning. Yeah, baby. That's sweet. Me too. Vince, the retro gamer. Well, good to see you, Vince. Hello. Welcome. While it was coffee flavor water. Thank you. I got my Papa's jeans. Hi, Wild Edibles and Dave from Mother Earth Garden Club. The Worcestershire Wild. We had cranberry bogs in Boston's Cape Cod. I'm familiar with them. Nice. Worcestershire. I'm looking at rocks for many reasons. Definitely gives me an idea of what minerals are in the area. Well, yeah. But you got to remember, rocks take about 600 million years to break down. Enzymes break it down. So, when you see these guys buying rock dust, and I'm not complaining or anything, and I'm not ranting, but in about 600 million years, that rock dust will get used. It's just, okay. Another time. Good morning. Just stopping by to say hi. Well, we're going to have to go over and see who you are. Another time. Cool channel name, eh? Let's see what they got. Ooh, wow. Huge numbers of subscribers. And are they growing food? Yes. First planting looks like carrots. Wow. This looks cool. Very happy people. Wow. Very cool. I definitely want to check it out. I'm going to subscribe and I'm going to ring the bell, and then I'm going to come back and watch some videos because it looks very interesting. And good morning. Just stopping by to say hi. Well, good morning another time. Very cool channel name, and looks very cool channel too. I'm excited to go and see it. I use azomite in my gardens. Yeah, a lot of people do. You're very welcome another time. You're very welcome. This channel is about healthy eating, growing food, making soil. It's a small village of a few thousand people. Some stop by, some don't, but most stop by. And it's just an information session and questions about what's the best way to make yourself soil, and from plant to plate to person is basically the transition here. And enjoy yourself. 99% of people in here are really awesome people. They're really good people. Hey, I could grow cranberries in my bottom land marsh soil, the Wickershire project off grid. You could. Mother Earth Garden Club, why do you use it? It's a mineral that from a rock, ozonite, I think. That's not, yeah. Ozomite. Yeah. Yeah, it's ground up. It's a mineral and it's good for the soil. You want healthy soil where the microbes are happy. Like in one handful of soil, you got billions of microbes. You when you're in your area, I like, and when I'm in my area in around October, I'll go to a local area that's not been disturbed, like a parkland type setting, and I'll pick up some microbes from there, and I'll bring it back, and I'll inoculate the mycelium that I find as well into my food forest. So that way I have what grows well here and healthy. When you take something from another part of the world and try to grow it here, it's not what you think. It just doesn't grow. There's different plants for different places, and when you try to grow from other places, you have to figure out microclimates there, Bill. Hey, I could grow cranberries in my bottom land marsh. Yeah, I bet you could. There's two types of cranberries here. There's the bog ones, and then there's the high bush ones. I love them both. Mother Earth Garden Club, why do you use it? Okay, not when it's full of minerals, Bill. Not when the highway blows the rock and fills up the swamps and areas. It changes lots fast. Yep, whole ecosystem turn. Yep, ozmite is volcanic dust. Yep, I know what it is down to the chemical composition. Just curious why you use. Well, aren't you the brainiac? It provides powder minerals to soil. Cool. Wickershire project off grid. I understand why it does. Why do you use it? It's full of minerals, Bill. Bill's so cool. Bye. I must go pick tomatoes and beans. I was gone 4 days. That's right. You were. That's right. Get over there and have a look at Dave Knight's videos. He went camping. But I must say and bid you farewell for now, and we'll see you all again. Thank you all for being here, and thank you so much for all the thumbs up. I appreciate those. And I've been putting up a ton of videos on what I'm harvesting right now and what's about to be harvested. So I'm going to expect Dave Knight to give us a nice tomato and bean video. And Mother Earth Garden Club, always a pleasure. And Wild Edibles and Wickershire Project Off Grid. Oh, and I get to check out a new channel. I forget the name of it already. I'm just not used to it. Oh. Another time. Isn't that an interesting, cool name? I love it. I have to go and see. Drink lots of water. As soon as you wake up, drink the alkaline water, or drink reverse osmosis water, or drink your cool, crispy, deep well water that doesn't taste like metal, or, it doesn't taste like, brackish. So drink lots of water when you break your fast. Okay. It's important to cleanse. You got to remember now, your liver replaces itself every 6 weeks. Okay. Your entire liver leaves, and then you grow a new one. Okay. So remember, liver takes out toxins. Get rid of the toxins. Drink that water. Drink that lemon water, lime water. If you can't stomach that, get yourself some ascorbic acid and put it into the water. That you go for it. You'll feel better. Much love, mad respect. Stay lively, Earthlings, and stream now. 3 were hens. Roosters are off to the farm now. Oh, yes. See you, Wild Edibles.